And now for your morning news dispatches for June 25th, 1950, brought to you by our Patreon page, World War II on the Air and in Print. If you'd like to follow World War II in chronological order, support us on Patreon. The link is in the comments to this video. My name is Henry Chap, and now the news. Seoul, June 25th. Communist troops from North Korea invaded South Korea at dawn today on a wide front, but United States military advisors said the drive was virtually stopped by this afternoon. Heavy artillery fire was continuing, however, as the North Koreans attacked at least 11 points. Tanks supported the attacks on some fronts. The advisors said the Northerners pushed 3 miles south of the border at one point before they ran into the first determined resistance from South Korean forces. Washington, D.C., June 24th. Korean Ambassador John Myung-chang asserted tonight that the Northern Korean attack on Southern Korea was an aggressive action which could not have been carried out without Soviet direction. The ambassador talked briefly with newsmen at the State Department after an emergency appointment with Assistant State Secretary Dean Rusk. They conferred 20 minutes. Washington, D.C., June 24th. Defense Secretary Johnson and General Omar N. Bradley, chairman of the Combined Chiefs of Staff, returned today from a survey of American security in the Pacific. The top defense chiefs withheld all comment on their 13-day tour of major American bases in the Pacific until they report to President Truman next week. We looked at everything from the standpoint of the security of America, Johnson said after his Constellation landed at National Airport. I think we got all the facts about our situation all over the Pacific. Hong Kong, June 24th. Pro-communist Hong Kong papers belatedly reported today that correspondents of 3 Hong Kong independent Chinese papers and of the nationalist Central News Agency were arrested in Red Canton on May 27th. The dispatches said they were among 18 persons held as cultural spies and would be tried on charges of operating secret radio stations in Canton and writing purely self-fabricated rumors aimed at destroying the prestige of the people's government. It appeared that the last reliable news pipeline out of Red China had been cut off. Milwaukee, Wisconsin, June 24th. Senator Joseph McCarthy, Republican Wisconsin, today fired a new blast at the Truman administration's handling of communist sympathizers in the government, charging that either the Justice Department is lying to the American people or the State Department is grossly incompetent or worse. In an open letter to State Secretary Acheson and Attorney General McGrath, which McCarthy made public from this city, he asserted in effect that a new development in the Senate disloyalty inquiry makes one or the other of these constructions inescapable. Milwaukee, Wisconsin, June 24th. A dawn-to-dark search yesterday by more than 50 airplanes and a smaller number of surface craft failed to find any trace of a missing Northwest Airlines plane with 58 persons aboard that has been unreported since early yesterday and is presumed to have crashed in Lake Michigan. If all aboard perished, as seemed virtually certain last night, it was the nation's worst aviation disaster. Vatican City, June 24th. The name of Maria Goretti, 11-year-old martyr of purity, was added to the list of Catholic saints today in a ceremony unparalleled in the Church's 2,000 years. For the first time in history, a mother saw her child canonized. Also, for the first time, the ancient rite was held in St. Peter's Square because the Basilica, the world's largest church, was not big enough to hold all who wished to attend. The wax-preserved body of the girl rested in the Basilica. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and ring the bell. If you would like to follow World War II through the news and pop culture in chronological order, don't forget to follow us on Patreon. A link is in the comments to this video. You just heard your morning news dispatches for June 25th, 1950. My name is Henry Chap. Have a swell day.